You've done plenty of dithering. You know, the dithering time is done. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, this is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Taurus Moon or Rising. If you don't know your Moon or Rising signs, then there's a link down below in the description. There's details about the reading in the description as well. But I assume if you've come this far, you know what they are. Now, it is a general reading, so timing's not absolute. Roles can be reversed within the reading between you and other people around you. But there is one difference with a lot of the YouTube readings is it's either all for you or it's not for you at all. There is a past and a present in my spread. If the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make them fit. It's not for you. Have a look at your Sagittarius Sun and the other Moon or Rising when I actually get to upload it. Or just have a look at your general readings. The one thing that I always ask my clients to do is come to me with a question, but not tell me what it is. I don't want to know. But what I'd like you to do, pause the video if you have to, spend a moment just being aware of all the questions that are around you. Now, if one of them jumps out, focus on that one, but definitely pick one to focus on. But the cards will answer whatever they want to answer, so therefore be aware of all of them, because they do have a habit of just going, you don't want to know that, you want to know this. And they're normally right. So let me bring the cards up. Get the right switch. Right. Decision time for you then, Sagittarius, isn't it? I mean, there's you're being called to bring opposing concepts that you carry into the real world. We have on the bottoms of the deck, decks, because there's 6 decks here, well, 8 really, plus oracle cards, but we have Judgment, the Ace of Wands, Lady of Shields from the Cathar Tarot, Temperance, 8 of Cups, and the Great Bear from the Wildwood Tarot. So it is decision time. It is time for you to surge on forward with something that maybe you've been putting off this decision for quite some time, with the 2 of Swords, the implication being that you could remain blind to it. But I'm getting more the impression of 2 opposing viewpoints that you agree with equally. And it's your job now to bring them into the real world, into the material world, into your life. This was supposed to be 1 card, but 2 wanted to come out. And this is backed up by the couple of oracle cards that did flip over, Igniting Courage and Dragon's Lair. It's time to put your money where your mouth is, and it's time to crack on with it and be brave. You know that it's going to be hard work, and you are choosing whether or not to take on a burden. But I believe that you feel that this is necessary and that you've put it off for quite long enough. This is Serenus out of the Druidcraft Tarot. So really, card 15 is equating with the devil, but no, I'm feeling really quite positive. The world gave you the ability to rest. The world gave you the ability to live in comfort without having to pursue this decision initially, but that time is over. You have recognized that you've got to do things. The world has come and tapped you on the shoulder and said you've got to do things, and other people around you have done exactly the same. Because you seem to be concerned that you can't put it off for any longer, but there's maybe a few too many options that you're worried about cutting out too eagerly. But you are going to have to move towards a new status quo. And that's what I'm thinking. It's the entire status quo of your life, as was shown by this Serenus card, that is under discussion. that is up for a little bit of revision with some agile decision making, but you're doing this for others. You're not putting yourself in debt to someone. You are helping somebody else out. And I think you may well be seeing that you're taking on a burden with somebody else or for somebody else. We have the Two of Cups in the final outcome pile. So there is a unity coming, whether that's a relationship or a unity of these two viewpoints. So let's have a look at the spread. I'll just bring the big spread up. So we have a relevant past, the present-ish. There's a line that goes right through here. A future to grab or avoid. Straight out the Celtic cross here, we've already discussed how you're feeling in the situation. Cards that represent the movement of the planets, astrological trends, energy lessons that you are going to go through come what may. And now that I've done that, you should see my shuffle video appear here any moment. So at the moment, yeah, you're aware it's decision time. King of Swords. These are all decision cards, all of them, every single one. There is no escaping that there is a decision. You know that there's a need for you to exercise the authority you have over your life, and you want to know what sort of dream to carry on forward. Bear in mind, you feel like you've got a lot of options, but you are doing this from an emotionally stable place, even though they're all quite heavy cards. So even if this decision is making you go, oh, what do I do? Oh, I don't want to make this decision. I feel wretched. Your emotion, that's a natural reaction. Your emotions are actually quite stable at the moment. That is an understandable reaction, but you've got to think about what your emotions would be with each individual destination. You have to see what the truth in it would be for each option. You're already making plans, and I think to a certain extent, the plans that you're making, you've laid more than one plan in place, so that if you take that option, that plan will come into being, and if you take that option, that plan will come into being, and so on and so forth. But it is about time you made this decision. There is a slight rivalry here, but again, it's another Two of Swords, but I'm not getting that blindness to something. You are pretty much seeing everything. You have really sharp vision. This is the Archer from the Wildwood Tarot. But it is time for you to pick up the gauntlet. It is time for you to accept, what was it they said on Mission Impossible? The mission if you choose to accept it. Well, you've got no shortage of missions, and one of them you need to choose to accept, because the fact that motion is required is something that has been brought to you by another, but it's a feeling that makes you go, yeah, I can do this. And I feel that you have another Six of Swords here. So 2 Six of Swords, definite motion. You are moving, whether this is job or social circle, etc. It's a general reading, so apply it as you see fit, but you are moving. You will definitely be forced to move if you do not move yourself, which is why it is now time for you to make this decision. You've got a lot of growth around you and a stable but slightly nostalgic background around you. It is time to be very, very aware of what you're wanting to keep, what you're wanting to lose, but stop dithering and pounce. Literally weigh each option up and pounce on the one that you are wanting. Yeah, it's going to take strength, but you have all the resources that you need to forge ahead with this. News is coming for you. And again, you've got all the tools. You just have to be aware that there is something that could upset this for you as you're moving forward. There is somebody who's maybe wanting to put an influence in to draw you off your path. And you may well be tempted. Now, the shadow side, another devil card. But balance is required. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of the devil. And I always like to clarify the devil card. So I'll clarify the Serenus as well with the appropriately named Demon Possessed Tarot. And this one jumped out immediately. So, gives answers concerning past, present, and future. Can make one invisible. There's things that you need to know. And as I said, there's news coming to you. Don't hide away from it. Don't shy away from it. Don't keep your mouth shut to keep the peace. If you have an opinion, express it to those that it matters to. But for Serenus, Eight of Cups, again, movement. It is saying Serenus has protected you. The world has been right for you up until this point where now it is decision time. Come what may, it is decision time. Get on with it. But the emotions that come up from what you reveal, you're starting from a stable place. So there's something that you seem to be unearthing, but taking that step forward brings happiness, not just wish fulfillment, not just that you thought you want. You are going into a happier time, which is something that I think you are being called to protect with that King of Pentacles, was it over there? Yeah, with Queen of Pentacles here, again, there's that protecting. You don't have to move incredibly fast with this, but the options are better than what they seem. Don't work yourself up for it. This is a way of you expressing your power. Yeah, there's anxiety about it, and I would imagine there would be, because it's family stuff, or it's historic stuff. So it's family, close friends. It's family stuff that's affecting this, I would imagine. I can't see this necessarily in a job reading, but hey, it might be a previous employee that did something that you're just uncovering. But yeah, I think it's family stuff that you're uncovering. Do you accept this dream or not? Yes. Yes, you do. We're going from the Page to the Queen to the King with a Two of Cups, Ace of Swords, Seven of Bows. Yeah, you've got to make sure to protect what is yours through the chance of some misinformation, but clarity will come. So if you hear something, with all this secrets being uncovered, if you hear something, test it. Does that feel right? Does that sound right? Does that match with what I know? Because I think there may be some revelations that are more passed through somebody's filter before being told to you, rather than just being cold, hard facts. Cold, hard facts are good. Filters will skew things. But that clarity is going to keep going on. You're going to be uncovering more and more and more. Yeah, there's more learning. The one thing you have to watch out for is, with all of these revelations, don't let anxiety take over. Don't let them paralyze you. You have already defined, or you are in the process of defining right now, your new direction. Stick at it. A lot of these revelations, remember I said there was an influence that was trying to draw you back from this new path. A lot of these revelations could upset what you see as the foundations of your new passage along. But that's not true. They are designed to appear that way, but they are other people's, not yours. Don't let them don't let them whittle away at the foundations of your new path, because fortune is coming in your way. So to look at a future to grab or avoid, recognition is coming, and you will accomplish the task that you are setting out to do at the moment, as long as you are keeping aware of yourself in all directions. And the main person's counsel you listen to is your own, not somebody else, because you are going to express your power in this situation. It's going to be quite a healing experience if you let it to be, but it may feel a little time before you actually go, oh my God, this is healing. You see, there was all these anxiety cards round here. Yeah, dive into the anxiety and dive straight out the other side. Once it's over and done with, great. You'll have solved so much. Remember, there's that crystal clarity of vision all the way through. There is wish fulfillment and achieving something for somebody else, which I actually feel quite positive about. It's almost, you know, I said you was taking on a burden with somebody else or on behalf of somebody else. You will gain illumination by doing that. Yeah, just keep following your intuition. Don't worry about things that have passed. The burden is going to become lighter, and that journey, well, it has an end. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. There is a destination where you can go, I've done it now. So we're not just talking about a sensation for the rest of your life or for the next 5 years. This situation has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And that burden will get lighter, and your vision, your interpretation of what's occurring will get clearer and clearer. So let's have a look. Yeah, because there's been a time in the past where you had a new beginning, you wanted to jump for something in the past, and there was a commitment that you were making, but it seemed to leave you, I don't want to say impoverished, I want to say in debt and feeling a little injured, even though somebody had to help you out of this situation. And being helped out of this situation was the wish fulfillment that you needed, and you had to move on, basically. Since then, you worked really hard on building a dream, which I think this dream has been around for quite some time. This is a new thing that you're coming up to now. Now, I think you got a little too happy with what you had achieved in your wish fulfillment and went, yeah, I've done it, I've made it, I'm staying here. But they're only ever steps on the path. They are not something that you can go ahead to, because you, by resting too much, by failing to balance, by you soon realized that, yeah, you got there, but it was only a step on the path. You needed to move on. You needed to sail by the pole star. So you needed to set your direction. So what's led up to past few weeks? Yeah, wish fulfillment's been offered to you again recently, but it comes with a promise of happiness, and I think your intuition has already said to go for it, but it is accepting a mission. So this has been presented to you for quite some time, but luck has been turning. The wheel of fortune has been turning for you. It may have been that there was some bad luck or events that were holding you back from going, yeah, I'm going to do it. But what looked initially like bad luck turned into good luck. You have been managing to draw disparate conflicting sides of your life, whether it's of your emotions, of your ideas, whatever, you have been starting to bring them together, and you can bring them into synergy. That is what has started this. Right, now it's time to make this decision. Now it's time to finally bring these two things together and see where I'm working from there. That is a wish fulfillment. Everything here is moving on, wish fulfillment. Decision is your own, even though someone else is bringing this to you, even though it's somebody else's burden that is coming as part of this decision. It is you and you alone that makes this decision. Let's have a look at the oracle cards. Bring love into the situation. Yeah, there's, like I say, Two of Cups in the outcome pile. Let's have a quick look at the outcome pile. I just realised I hadn't done it. Right, so Two of Cups, Two of Cups, the card called the Love Feast from the Cathar Tarot, Two of Pentacles with a beautiful rainbow around it. It's like that you are able to juggle these two disparate. There's an immense hint of skill and magic in this Two of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands, are you doing it professionally? Six of Stones, where you are looking after those that are around you and you are safe from the fire around you. What could possibly be? With all these revelations, you're just worried about what these revelations could, the effects that they could actually have on the people around you and on your own self. But it is, truth coming out is better than nothing, okay? All in all, this will be a positive experience. Keep following your intuition. Do not be worried that your intuition is leading you astray. It is not. You do need to listen to this. Yeah, because other people are seeing how you're juggling the two priorities and are saying, right, you need to, you've got everything that you need to start making a decision. That wish fulfillment is right there for you. And bear in mind, you've had a lot of wish fulfillment already, and that wish fulfillment should keep coming in waves, because each process is a step. You get to step 7 and you go, right, now my wish is this. You get to step 8 and then you go, now my wish is this. So baby steps in terms of wish fulfillment. I mean, I don't know how much you can get baby steps with wish fulfillment, but you see what I mean. Yeah, that says exactly the same. So back to the oracle cards. Creation. This is bringing a whole new time for you if you decide on it. Curiosity. Yes, you do need to know there is beauty in the situation, and your independence is what is going to help steer you through all of this. But when you're doubting, expect miracles. There are boundaries that you need to draw, but you are drawing them as we speak. If you've asked the right question, that is part of the process of drawing these boundaries. Because like I said, there's one person wanting to pull you to one side. They do have hidden motivations, but all of these revelations, you know, I said it's family stuff, karma, it's in your DNA, it's stuff that has been affecting you for years and you hadn't even known. But there is somebody, someone who can accept you for who you are, that is bringing it's almost material goods, stability. We've got another creation here. Stability. This ain't going to go wrong as long as you set foot on this. You need to set foot on this new path. You've done plenty of dithering. You know, the dithering time is done. Now's the time to forge ahead. So good luck, Sagittarius. Forge ahead. If this means anything to you, comment down below. Please press subscribe while you're there, or like, or both. And in the meantime, stay tuned for more readings. Cheers.